the simple joys of comparing insurance policies with their renewals. It's everyone's favorite task. You can spend hours looking at dwelling limits on home policies, comparing deductibles, looking at premium differences, double checking to make sure that all the protection discounts that were on the current policy are going to remain on at the renewal. And there's always room to miss something. And that can upset a client, it can confuse a broker if you're an underwriter, it can even lead to E&O risk. How can you avoid that, and how can you speed up and improve the renewal discussion process with clients and brokers? You can use my software. We're going to take those two documents that you just saw, and we are going to compare them, and we're going to, in just seconds, have a text-based version of the comparison. So let's take a look. So annual premium. We have the renewal policy. It's got an annual premium of $1,450. It's telling us already that's $250 more. It's giving us a percentage difference compared to the expiring policy, which is at $1,200. Deductibles. Oh, that's great to see. The deductible increased. You may not have noticed that. Maybe there was something done mid-term that changed that. Maybe it was something that the carrier notified you and the client about via conditional renewal notice that you might not have seen. It happens. And then, of course, on a dwelling policy, for example, the coverage limits are probably going to change because you have inflation guard in place. And this can also go for commercial policies. Maybe you have diminution of value, maybe you have an increase in value. It really can depend on the policy type, but these are things you need to notice so you can inform the client about. And it's always nice to have, as we see here, number differences in dollar amounts and then percentage differences. So we notice that the dwelling limit went up 22.22%, other structure is the same. We can go up and we can see that the dollar amounts that they increased or decreased by, in this case it's all increases. And another thing, as I mentioned, you want to make sure those discounts stay on. So what do we have here? So discounts and endorsements. Sometimes endorsements change too. It's telling us the renewal policy also includes a fire alarm endorsement. Now, maybe that's something that you knew about because you discussed it with the client. Maybe it's something where during an inspection, the inspector said, hey, I noticed that you have a monitored alarm system. You may not have been aware of that because you don't look at every single item that comes to you as either the broker or the underwriter. But you do want to make sure that the client is aware of it. So they're comfortable with the coverage they have, they understand what they're paying for, they know what they're saving on, and also so you have your E&O exposure limited or removed completely. And plus, with my software, one of the great things is you now have your whole conversation with John and Susie Doe, our old pals. You have it all prepared because it's all written out here. And you can tinker with it, you can copy and paste it if you're comfortable with that. It's all ready and it's going to improve the process for you, for the client. It can help you with retention, can help you increase profits because your margins are going to be higher when you're not spending hours doing things that I can allow you to do in seconds with my software. I think this is a no-brainer to start using, and I think you'll agree when we talk about pricing. So reach out to me and we can get in depth on how implementation will work, what this would cost, and how much it can benefit you with this tool alone or in tandem with other tools that I'm offering.